Okay, my name is Rob, and it's brickgadgets.com, and I'm from Gurnee, from the area. And what it is there are kits for Legos where you can add lights to them, but the ones I've seen, they're only lights. I have a brother-in-law who made an ambulance, and in order to change the lights, he has to take it apart to press the buttons to change the patterns. So I made one that works with a TV remote or any universal remote. And it changes the patterns without pressing a button. It's a control board, and you plug in an infrared receiver. It fits in a 1x2, plugs in the board. You also have little LEDs on a small circuit board that also fit in a 1x2, and they plug in the board. You plug a battery box in, and you can use a much smaller one. Plug a battery box in, and you just build around it. So you see inside you have the board, the battery box is hidden up top, and you can see some of the wires inside. The wires are easy to hide. I threw this together very quickly, so I didn't take a lot of time to hide them. Now, one thing that you can't hear it in here because it's so noisy, but on the board, there's a little buzzer. And the buzzer is used to make siren sounds. So several of the patterns make siren sounds. So if you make a fire truck, an ambulance, a police car, now you have lights and sound, and you have remote. Any $5 universal remote will work, or I sell smaller ones if you want something smaller, instead of carrying around the gigantic remote.
That's a very cool product. I hadn't heard about you until this event, so how long have you been around?
Months, a couple months.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You were fairly new, but that's very cool. So you want to remind us of your website again and where they can find it?
Yeah, it's Brick Gadgets, BRICK, brickgadgets.com.
Okay. And what's the pricing on this?
I sell a starter kit right now where you get the board, a battery pack, infrared, and 3 LEDs that are single wire, or 2 that are double wire for $45, and you just build up from there. You can buy everything individually, and I also sell lots of translucent Legos and lots of different Legos that have grooves, holes, so you can run the wires and hide them. So all that stuff's available, and I'm adding it, weekly. I'm adding stuff weekly.
Okay, yeah, that's great, and it's definitely some cool ways to hide the wires there. I like how you did that in the fire truck.
And this, I don't know if you've ever heard of Arduino, but this is an Arduino clone. So if you know Arduino, it's a common system that a lot of people use. If you know how to program it, the headers are right there. So use a serial programmer, and you can change the patterns yourself if you like.